You know, it's always such a great delight to have the pleasure of sharing your space with you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are very welcome. This is the Upside Down Show, proudly brought to you by Sky Mineral Water. And don't forget that this is your favorite lifestyle show on TV. I'm Frema Adunyame. Now, today's edition is super special to me because it's coming right home. You know, many years ago, a beautiful dream was birthed. In fact, if this project was a human being, by now, he's driving, he's drinking, he's partying, clubbing, churching, voting, you know, perhaps even married or have a child. This is how far Citi FM has come. It is our anniversary. We are 21 years old and we are delighted. If you've got a glass, if you've got something in it, just join me. Let's raise our glasses and say cheers to a beautiful journey. Today's show, we are talking the Citi FM story. And right after this break, I'll be joined by some gentlemen, you know, who saw it right from the beginning. Don't go anywhere. Trust me, you just don't want to miss this. This is the Upside Down Show. I'm Frema Adunyame. Cheers. The Upside Down Show. I'm Frema Adunyame. As I mentioned earlier, you know, in 2004, a dream was birthed amidst uncertainty, but the people who were there at the time had dreams. They had hopes, you know. They knew something good would come out of whatever dream it was. I really don't know what kept them and what really made them believe that this was going to be a success. Many years down the line, here we are, 21 years. We are super proud and very grateful. Now, today, I'm very privileged to have two of the gentlemen who were there right from the beginning. One was in there, you know, at some point he had to move and go pursue other careers, but he's still a family member. And you will know when I mention his name because anytime there's some kind of homecoming or we need to branch a little bit, you know, for any legal stuff, he is right there. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome my first guest, Lawyer Clement Akapam. Hey! Happy anniversary to us.
Happy anniversary.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Super. Now, the second gentleman I'm inviting. In fact, when I joined this family some 7.5 years ago, you know, he was one of the gentlemen who interviewed me. Was it an interview? Well, we had a conversation, but it was around my coming in. He is a friend. He is a brother. He is my boss. He is one who started from the very beginning. He has risen through the ranks and has moved on from being my friend to my brother, and now he is my boss. Ladies and gentlemen, our general manager, Bernardino Kwaku Able Alowski. Gentlemen, you are welcome. Now, this calls for cheers.
Is it?
Hey.
What are we drinking?
No, we know you were coming. We know a man of God was coming. So
okay.
No, today is not Dynamic Friday.
Okay.
So cheers to you.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
To 21 years. To 21 years, yes.
Blessing. This is nice.
Right. So, you're welcome to the Upside Down Show.
Thank you.
We are telling our story.
Yes, indeed.
And we are super excited about it. Bernard, let me start from you. General manager.
Yes.
Right? Now, Bernard, I don't know how he's done it because this work is very difficult, you know. Apart from everything, the insults, the attacks, sometimes you open the microphone, you don't know whether you should say what you want to say aloud or just murmur it because you don't know how it's going to be received. He's done it for all these years, you know. I'm not surprised that every morning he is the one giving us some kind of motivation, like this one.
What a beautiful gift our memory is. So the many things and emotions we go through, but the memory of his faithfulness, the memory of his track record of never failing is what spurs us on, jolts us from the mirage of wandering around and focuses on the reality of his grace. So your memory is a very precious gift. You have two very important gifts that your mind uses. Your imagination to pre-play what you want to do, and your memory to replay the great things that have happened in the past. So if you read Timothy, it talks about remember. It's very important to remember the things you've been through, the things you've done. David said, the God who delivered me from the paw of the lion and the bear will also lead me to smite this Philistine. Which means your memory is very powerful, even in encouraging yourself in your battles of today. So what have you achieved? What have you conquered? What have you defeated? What's your track record? If you can remember well, it will give you the momentum to go forward to do more.
Right, so I'm going to come straight to you. What has kept you throughout all these years? Why haven't you stopped?
It's a calling. It's a calling.
Frema,
it has to
first,
be.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yes.
Have I been on this show before?
No, you have not.
I was thinking, it's a nice show, Pa. They said it's nice.
Oh, you're welcome.
And is there biscuits?
Oh, calm down, calm down.
You know, no, this is a great show. I'm happy to be here, Frema.
Right.
So what was your question again?
So my question is, why are you still here? What has kept you?
Oh, Frema. I think number one, God.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I believe that your job is an assignment from the Lord. So the grace you are given helps you to do it, which is why I've been here since 2004.
Wow. So you have been here 21 years.
If I need to tell you that, even though November 6th is our official birthday, we started working before November.
Really?
Look, we started working around, I met Samens May 19, 2004.
You were in school?
The day I finished my last economics paper, I went to meet him at an office at airport. He was driving a Suzuki Vitara. That's the first. So I finished the paper and I went to his, because he had started speaking to us in March.
Okay.
So you know, level 400, you do your final exam in May, Lagos.
Yes.
So he called me in March and says he's going to start a course. Almost every 2 weeks you call me. So Bernard, how are you? How is the course? How is? All through to the
But how
exam.
did you meet Samens?
So I had a friend called McDiamond.
Okay,
I was in Lagos Hall F block. So McDiamond was in F7 and I was in F27. He was in level 4, I was level 100. And he was my mentor, teaching me how to MC.
Okay.
We're on the same group, LPU.
Okay.
I used to follow him around. All right. So he then said to me that there's a radio station that's about to start. So he spoke to me around January, February in 2004. That is a station that's about to come, because I was at Radio Universe as a student.
Yeah.
And it says that station is going to give the main market leader a run for his money. Then it says Samens will call you.
Okay.
And don't forget that mobile phones became popular around 2002, 2001.
Yeah.
So I had some Motorola, blue Motorola
Hello,
phone.
Moto.
So it was in March that he called me.
Right.
And I'd been waiting for that call for like 2 weeks. Then he says, oh, I'm Samens. Oh, and I said, oh, Diamond mentioned. And I said, oh, well, we are coming to start and we are preparing. So when can... He didn't even say he wanted to see me, just say I should just be preparing. So when I finished my last paper, I went to see him at Uncle Nick's office at airport.
Okay.
Then he spent, I don't think it was an interview, because he spent like 1 hour explaining the Citi Vision to me on a laptop. The next officer had a guy called John B. He was the first engineer. He's late now. When he finished explaining the thing, I said, Samens, I think we can do this.
What gave you that conviction? What made you believe in that? What did he say?
You know, the thing about Samens is that when you see him big like that, he can be very soft-spoken. So he opened the computer, started explaining what the radio market lacks and what positioning he wants to use. He wants to use young people. He believes that there's a lot of space in the industry for us to make a difference. And he had a program outline.
Okay.
How we'll do our programs, how we'll cover the election. All of that's just one laptop on it's an Excel with color codes. And he explained what he wanted to do. I had already heard that he had built the programming at Joy, at Dome, Love FM. So I knew of his, but I hadn't met him before. So after that day, I realized that I was going to work with him. So we started working, at least me, myself, I think myself and a few others, we started coming to the office May, June, July.
Well, the office was still at Adabraka.
They were still working. They were still building. They hadn't finished. You know, it was a family house of Nikamate Field. Okay. So they were refitting it.
Okay.
So the first day we went there was a neem tree there. They had not even cut. They hadn't even paved the place.
Wow.
So we kept going, and he recruited all the people. We were doing simulations. We did a solid 3 months or more before we officially went on air on November 6th. So it's almost 3.5 years for me.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
So it's been, and I think Samens was very clear what he wanted to do from the beginning. He knew the type of format he wanted to run. He knew the type of talent he wanted to use. So it wasn't just the fact that we're going to be in the English segment, we're going to have solid current affairs, vibrant programs, promotions and events, but also the fact that he used to tell me that I've worked with many radio talents. At the time I was 22 or 23. I said, what you know at this age, most of the guys I've worked with didn't know this. I don't know whether he was saying it to make me feel good.
No, I think, I mean, he knew
I
what
don't
he
know,
also
because
saw.
I didn't know it much.
No, I mean, 21 years later, it's true.
It is the Lord.
Yes.
So I think the clarity of what he wanted to do and the willingness to take a chance, because apart from myself, most of the people in the newsroom, in fact, there were some who were still in school. Ebenezer Manka was in level 300.
Wow.
A couple were my mates, and then a few had just finished national service. So the average age in the newsroom was like 22.
So
23.
has the vision changed? I mean, as we have moved on, progressed,
You know,
is it still the same thing?
This morning on my way to work, I heard Samuel Akom reading the breakfast news and Caleb Kuda hosting the show. And I said, people may come and go, but the strategy is the same.
Wow.
So we have put faith in young people. You know, you listen to news, Eyewitness News, Meredith Papa Potufe, she's reading.
Yeah.
She just finished Legon.
Yeah.
Young people have the energy and the willingness. They just need the knowledge and the leadership. It hasn't changed. Experimentation with programs, we've tried new things. Nothing much has changed. I just feel like as things change, the more they become the same.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, we have different people hosting some of the programs like Eyewitness News, from Paul to Sankara to Shamima to Sky, Sanda and all that.
We'll delve deeper into the real changes and the people who have come through and all. But let me come to you, Clement. When did you join?
So I think I joined 2 months after the go live date, because I was actually working national service with the English leading competitor then.
Wow.
And my very good friend, my brother, Nanateya, was part of the project. So he was part of those who had started the NIM 3 days. So he was like, this thing is happening. I think that are you interested? I was like, oh, it says Bernard is there. I was like, oh, Bernard is there. Then he mentioned Kwashiga is there. I was like, oh, these are like my
you knew
brothers.
Bernard earlier?
I knew Bernard. Okay, so Bernard I knew from Legon.
Okay.
Actually, Bernard, we are also family, because Bernard's auntie is married to my uncle.
Calm down.
I'm down.
Bernard's auntie
is married to my
your
uncle.
uncle.
Yes.
Okay, so Bernard is your...
It's my...
I mean, when we do the permutation, in-law.
In-law.
My mother's sister's husband.
Okay, I beg. It's okay. So Bernard is your in-law.
So
I
knew Bernard from Lagos.
From home and from school.
And from school. So actually at the universe, we interviewed Bernard and we taught Bernard how to read.
Really?
And so the first time I went on air, Clement Akapam, Nanateria Ocher, and Pascaline. She's now at Tuguba, Pascaline song, sorry. So usually we were the people who level 100 matter. You will read and they'll say, you haven't read well, go and rewrite the story. So there was a day I read and said, oh, he's ready to go on air.
Wow.
Because they were a year ahead of me in the university.
Wow.
So they cleared me to go on air.
So, I mean, the story, Nanateria was like, oh, so everyone is there. I was like, okay, yeah, okay, I'll let you meet Samens. At Joy, I had heard about Samens and the amazing things he did at Joy. So one afternoon, after my national service, I come, my house was just literally 3 minutes walk to Citi FM.
Yes.
So there was one afternoon.
You were destined to be here.
And actually I was like, oh, Samens is around. Do you want to come and see him? So yeah. So I took on some clothes and I walked to Citi. I met Samens. Immediately he saw me, he got up from his chair, went to the newsroom. So I was standing, he said, sit on the chair. So I sat on his chair. Immediately I was like, I would like to work here.
Wow.
Because this is the boss who, he was not the boss. So I sit on the chair. So I sat on his chair. The laptop was opened. Like, yeah, so this is what we are trying to do, trying to build like this radio station with young people. This is what we want to do. So I'm interested. I'm game. So yeah, one day.
But you were coming from a well-established media house.
Yes.
That's where you did your service.
Yes.
What was it? Why did you not want to stay there? You know, why did you not pursue that? Why did you decide to? I mean, because when you came in, it was practically like a kind of universe, something that, you know, we are here and all that.
So I think that one of the things that made me want to be at Citi was I wanted to be part of this new thing.
Okay.
The Joy thing was already established, and to even break through to get on air at that time was extremely difficult.
Like a political party, I know.
Yeah, well, so maybe as a national service person, you go around, do all the stories, and even your reports, someone will read it for you.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I mean, I
The
liked,
growth was
I liked,
kind of
yeah,
very
I
fun.
liked media, but then, yeah, it was a good experience. So I was like, this is an opportunity that puts you right center up front. You're able to be part of this growth. So I loved it. And the word get go, I was like, this is like family. The good thing is that you come to work in the morning. For me, there was no transport.
He would walk
I'll just walk.
from his house. In
Just
fact,
3
let
minutes?
me reveal a secret. There are days you come and read the news, he hasn't bathed. Because his house was closed. The way we did the newsroom structure, if somebody had to do the editing at dawn, he would wake up and come and do it. And then when we finish the newspaper review, he would go and shower.
And now come to work proper.
I don't know whether that is an offense under Ghana law, but
No.
to read news without bathing is a different matter.
We didn't smell anything at that time. It was okay.
We're
It
very
was
young.
fine.
No,
yes.
But I need to also say that
Yeah.
beyond the fact that we were young, one of the reasons we believed the vision was, of course, Samuel was very experienced. The management team was not young. So we had Jacqueline Asante Danso. She was an experienced broadcaster. Paul Adomochi was head of current affairs. He had done, when I was about to enter Legon, Paul was already on TV3. So Paul was experienced. There was also Chris Adama, who was a sales manager. Yao Opera Samoa was the programs manager. Yao Opera Samoa was my mate, but he had been working prior to even leaving school. So the management was not naive.
Right, okay.
But the talent for presenting was young. All right. So the idea was that we will use the young people to do the work.
Right.
Because they have the vibrancy. But we are not saying that everybody was a young person.
Okay, right.
Because people like
So there were
Fred Chidi and Co
experience
would come on and all of that.
The experience was there at the management level.
Yes.
The hunger to fulfill the vision was with us, the foot soldiers.
Right. So which department were you in?
Newsroom.
Newsroom.
I was in the
And
newsroom.
You too?
So I was in the newsroom, but I was also producing the morning show.
Okay.
The host was called McDiamond.
Right.
Of course, he had brought me
Your
to the
mentor.
station. And the way the city structure works is that if you are going to host a current affairs program, it must be in the newsroom. So myself and Richard Mensah and co were producing McDiamond as the host of the morning show initially. Of course, being in the newsroom also means you can produce eyewitness news as well. So we were basically producing the main current affairs programs as a learning point. All right.
So do you remember the first day you went on air?
Yes, there are two first days.
Okay.
So the first day of reading news versus
Okay.
the first day of hosting the morning show.
Oh, you're a newscaster. Can I get a script?
Oh, I'll read it for you.
When,
Yes.
and if you see Bernard reading the news, he'll be making gestures.
No, you know, Bernard is very expressive.
No, I'm a news journalist. I'm a journalist too.
No, you are. No, not two ways about it. You are not taking that
It is
away
morning
from
show
me.
that has this. I was a proper journalist
You
too.
are. Even today, you are. You are not taking that from
I
you.
could,
Yes.
I could write news and read it.
So at what point did you leave to go pursue law?
So I was actually in Citi. We left to the faculty in 2006.
Okay, so this was
2007.
2007.
right.
Yeah.
Because
And
you
then-
you came in January 2005.
Yes, but we came back. So
Okay.
after the faculty, which was full time, because at the Faculty of Law we couldn't do. But then when we went to the law school, then I came back. So I was back on the 6 a.m. beat. So I'll read the 6 a.m. news in the morning, then I'll move straight to Makola, do my law program. Then in the evening, after my last class, I drive back to Citi to check the bulletin for the next morning, 6 a.m. before I go home. So that
Right.
was it.
Now, Bernard, do you remember when I asked you about how you felt the first time you went on air? That's when you mentioned that there were two going
there
on
were two
air.
first days.
So not the news bit, but the morning show bit. Yes.
So that was 4th December 2004. I remember this distinctly because Citi had started. This was the first election we were going to cover, and the station was officially on air November 6th, right? And they are voting December 8th. So we had done this constituency embedding. So what Samens and Paul will say was that we will go to different parts of the country and report back on what was happening on the ground. Now, we also did debates, right? So in the month of December, there was a big debate they did in Tamale
Okay.
involving Haruna Idrisu, Mustafa Hamid, and some people.
Yeah.
Now, the host of the morning show was McDiamond. Clement and Albert Koshiga and a team of people. I think Richard Mensah was also part. They flew to Tamale to go and moderate that debate in Tamale. Of course, this was a build-up to the election.
Right.
So in their absence, they said then somebody in the newsroom should step in. And
you were
Charlie,
that somebody.
Paul, I want one thing. So, of course, don't forget that I had done 4 years at Radio Universe.
Yeah.
So, and I used to sometimes appear on a program called Behind the Headlines. So, even though I was young, I was a bit impeninsem on current affairs. You call it precocious. So, I went on air 4th December. And I did what I had to do.
Was it a team? Were you alone?
One man. Because at the time, morning shows were, in fact, the idea of a panel morning show with a team was pioneered by us, in a sense. Because
really?
most morning shows, Kwame Sefakanyi was doing he alone, Kwame Adunyame alone. It's one man. One man, one show.
Wow.
So I was one man.
So that day you went in all alone?
With the help of the Holy Spirit.
No, so actually the idea was that McDiamond was going to host the show in Tamale.
Okay.
And then Bernard was going to anchor in Accra, so we can just, and then we're trying the connection.
It wasn't working.
It wasn't working. It was like,
you were on your own.
I deliver what I had to do, man.
And you did it.
and he's still doing it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what it is.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, so there were men who began all this. I mean, we have come in when it's time to do the harvesting and take the flowers and all that, you know. But when they were under the neem tree, you know the neem, when COVID came, we were drinking neem, it's very, very bitter, you know. So at that stage, the neem era, you know, these gentlemen were there. They held a fort, and some of us also joined later. Is because of what they built. One of such people is one man that you know from the way he laughs, he laughs and everybody has to laugh. The whole nation is laughing. Is that you like his laughter or you just hate him for that, because you can't be in between. Ladies and gentlemen, he is here. He does his Agbaja so very well. And let me also say that he is giving us the ever version of Ladies and gentlemen, Richard the last Sky. Lawyer Sky, you are welcome.
I like the lawyer tag.
So journalist Sky.
Sky is correct.
No, we have to give you something. We are celebrating 21 years. We have to give you something. So lawyer Sky.
No, you can say Citi de la Sky.
Citi de la Sky.
Yes,
you are welcome and congratulations.
Bless you, bless you.
Right,
I'm honored
right.
to be here.
Absolutely. How long have you been with Citi?
I will be 20 years this December.
Do you
But
know?
officially, it would indicate January of next year. Because although I joined in December of 2006, 2005,
Yeah.
my official letter of appointment indicated January of 2026.
2006.
Yes, because that was, so I chopped the Christmas rice,
Yeah.
first
But you know,
But you know what?
you know,
No, I chopped
no,
the first
you work
Christmas
more, but you know, be insurance worker.
Yeah,
Right?
yes. So yes.
So you were there.
When I came, they said, "Charlie, tomorrow come to work," and I started work the next day.
Okay, so your script will come. Please pass on
Are you
this to Bernard.
serious?
Very, very, yes. So Scott, before you joined us,
Yeah.
Bernard was telling me that this is the first time I'm hearing that he used to be a news anchor.
Yeah, he used to be the news anchor.
Right.
Yes.
Clement, yeah, but although he will come in because his house was just a 3-minute walk from the station, so it doesn't matter whether he had taken his bath or not, whether he has brushed his teeth, as long as he was in the studio alone.
Yeah.
Defamation is not an offense.
I mean, that's why you are here. Correct me if I'm wrong. You get it. Yeah. So we have presented the script just to go back some 21 years ago, before we became the Aloski, the lawyer Kapam and all that. This is the humble beginnings. So I'm just taking them back.
That's beautiful.
I will give it to you as well, because I know you are also reading. And not too long ago, Sky read.
Yeah, Sky can read.
So let's go back to that.
So we're reading this.
Yes. So the ident has played.
Where's the jingle?
The last That's the part. Hello, good morning. It's 6 a.m. Welcome to Citi FM live from number 11, Dr. Martin Lope in Adabraka in Accra. This is your breakfast news. In the headlines, women in maritime in West Africa advocate for inclusion. Manchester United is first on the log in the English Premiership.
You are live.
The details. EBO News. The women in maritime in West and Central Africa, MIWOCA, a sub-regional body, is advocating the inclusion of women leadership in maritime security. At a joint conference with the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime under the Danish Women, Peace and Security Program, the group highlighted the importance of advancing women's leadership and inclusion. President of WIMMOCA and Deputy CEO of the Ghana Shapers Authority, Sylvia Asana Dawood Owu, underscored the critical role of women in tackling the security and governance challenges facing the Gulf of Guinea.
Good.
Insect.
Good.
Then insect.
Yes.
Then insect, Jimmy will be pressing the thing. Sometimes he won't play.
The play is not playing.
You know Jimmy Quiz, right?
Yes.
The one who visits Apioko during
Yeah,
cooking.
Taster General.
He was our studio manager for many, many years.
Okay.
So when you are in the news, either reading news or hosting a show, he would make sure the technical things are done. Yeah.
We used to call him the musicologist.
I tell you.
You know, because
James
he was selecting all
Augustus.
the great tunes that.
No, he's still the musicologist. He's a dance champion. He's a dance champion.
Yes, yes.
James
Jimmy was
Augustus
fantastic those days. He was
And he
top
does
notch.
break dance and cracks and all that.
Exactly.
So,
And then he was also
I mean, you can
smart.
actually.
He doesn't
My
remember.
services are
Katrina.
available. Maybe
Absolutely, of course, of course.
weekends
Yes.
I can come and.
You've got a job.
It's
you know.
about the rate, you know.
Don't worry about that. You know, the love is still there. So, Mr. Adler,
So are you sure you want to do this?
yes, I am.
I'm your boss.
This today I'm in the driving seat.
You can get a query.
The response is available. We've done the response already. So we
Okay.
go.
So this is the sports news segment. Of course, I'm just going to read it straight, right?
Yes.
FIFA talent coach Stuart McLaren has commended the GFA for organizing the Elite Youth Regional Championship, describing it as a major step forward in the development of women's football in the country. According to McLaren, the tournament has been hugely impressive, lauding both the quality of play and enthusiasm displayed by the young participants. He stated that the championship provided invaluable opportunities for talent identification and player development, which are essential for strengthening the future of women's football in the country.
You know, so, hey, Bernard Abe Kotri, if we call that you don't come, we will read the news. GM will read the news himself. We will read the news. Sky, I mean, I know not long ago because of Eyewitness and all that. But how was it like, you know, hosting the Eyewitness News when you look at years down the line, having other people sit in, Sanda come in, now Samiri Afe, Saloma Donu, how was it like?
I think the show has evolved over the years. Because, I mean, when I took over, I think the piece of advice I received was that you have to be your own man. And I was always sort of probing into people's affairs. Anytime I attended press conferences, I was always a thorn in, you know, it was always difficult for people who organize press conferences. So when I had the opportunity, I brought that personality to bear on the show. Because I remember growing up, one of the people I watched a lot was David Ampofo.
Okay.
He did time with David. It was, he had a pugilist approach to, you know, punching the interviewees, throwing the question just like that without caring about what the consequences will be. And I watched some other, you know, international, what do you call it, broadcasters like Stephen Saka of the BBC. He was doing Hard Talk at the time. And so I drew a lot from the fountain of wisdom that they were sharing around the world. And I thought that, wow, why not go with it? And that became my style of doing eyewitness news. So it's not what you used to know and what you see presently. No, there's a vast difference.
What keeps you coming back? Because you left, you went to school, you are a lawyer. You know, anytime we're on radio, we are not afraid speaking our minds because we always remind the people that we have a team of lawyers. You know, we have Richard
But
Sky.
he already told you all the things he's done before.
We will get there.
This guy, he started at Nikenika. He has done mate. OIC. He has done OIC, pottery. Before
Give him
I'm serious.
So
Wait, this guy, so he has done mate Accra Kumasi. Then he did Nikenika Kakra.
Defending me without.
Before he went to
Volta
OIC
region?
to do pottery.
Okay.
Flower pots.
Pottery.
Then he went to
pottery as in flower pots.
Then from there, he went to Manifold. At the time, Manifold was one of the best journalism schools, private.
Bernard, thank you very much. I've been trying to remember Manifold. I was having a conversation with someone. I've been trying to remember the name Manifold for months.
So it was Manifold that he started honing his journalistic skills. And at the time, they had a very powerful founder. People like Ejikudoto, some of the best journalists in Ghana.
Was there.
They were all at Manifold.
Yeah.
So before he went to Staten Island, he had done Manifold.
Okay.
So this lawyer thing, it took him. God used him to pass
So Sky,
book him.
I'm booking you
for a full show.
General manager is here, council is here. So we have booked you. We have booked you. We'll come back to the real Richard, the last guy.
We'll come and offer material to help you too.
I like that. I like that. Yeah. But we will take a break here.
Injunction.
It's part of the story.
So we'll take a break here. When we come back, I want us to talk about the highs and the lows of Citi FM. I mean, the difficult times, you know, and what is making us smile today.
Yeah.
So this is the Upside Down Show. My guest in the studio, family members who understand. We have Richard Sky here, Bernardino Koko Avle is right here, Aloski. And of course, we also have lawyer Clement Akapam. We've been reading news, we've been conducting, we've been doing everything, and we are still here. God has been gracious to us. We'll be right back. You're welcome back. This is the Upside Down Show. We are telling the Citi FM story. Citi FM is 21 years old. Hooray. And it's been, you know, such an incredible, such an inspiring, and I'm sure that it hasn't been also rosy. You came in when others were doing so much, all right? Share with me, I'll come to all of you, but Bernard, I'll start with you. Some of the down moments, you know, some of the times that you sat back, it felt like crying. You know?
A lot. You know, when you enter a market which has already decided what it wants to do, sometimes you can be seen as a nuisance. Yeah. And I think a lot of the people in the market felt we were a nuisance for two reasons. Number one, some of the people leading the like Samens and Paul were known. Yeah. So people knew what they could do. So they had the idea that they are trying to come and sort of undo what they did in the past. That's how it was perceived. Wow. Then the worst part, you are bringing these fresh young guys and you want to compete with Joy FM. Like we are joking. How dare you? Joy FM is the big station. Nobody can compare. Communal Domo is big and bad and that kind of thing. So, of course, we in the staff didn't know all of this. But the market was not very welcoming. I remember there was a day we did a program we called the Corporate Seminar Series, which was like a business quarterly roundtable. We did it at the British Council. A few people came. And this was live on air. Then some advertiser came and said, you are doing, but you are copying Joy FM too much. Stop that. It's not good. Just do your own thing. It was really bad. You know, like just off the bat like that. You know, it was very difficult. Yeah. So those were low moments. And then don't forget that media is a very difficult industry. So there's a lot of movement. And it's not unique to us, but people move. Yeah. And sometimes it can be difficult to replace them. I remember in 2011, we lost about half of the newsroom staff to a new station. Whoa. Because a new radio station had come and they were offering some, I think 3 times what we were paying. Some were getting cars. And there's a day we woke up. It's not as if they left one by one. We woke up one morning and half of the newsroom was not there again. It was very difficult for us. So those were some of them. And then there were events because we understood very early that we were not just a broadcast for news and current affairs. So we'll do events. Okay. All right. So for example, you would do, of course, now it's called December to Remember, but we started something called the Purple Party. Okay. And then Celebration of Hip Life. The Purple Party didn't really go well. All right. In fact, one of the first things that happened to us in 2005, we brought Beanie Man because we wanted a big band, right? So Beanie Man was a big Jamaican artist. We brought him to Ghana to do a big event. We did a roadshow interviews. Yeah. We did a first event at the conference center. It was packed. Wow. Now, for a new radio station to pack the conference center was something else. Then we said we're going to do the next day at the stadium. And trust me, Frema, we would have had a massive crowd. Okay. People had started buying tickets. The afternoon before the event, the main sound engineer decided he was going to, for some reason, pull off the sound. Why? I don't have the time to go into that. But we couldn't even announce properly to the public that the show couldn't come on. So what happened? People were asking for their tickets. It was almost a stampede at the stadium. Then a newspaper wrote and said, you know, it's good for a new radio station to come and try and do what the big boys do. But this should be a chastening lesson to know that you need some time in the industry before you try certain things. Oh, no. It was that bad. And then when we started doing Mogo, you would do, and this is the thing, there's something called residual brand advantage. So you start something, but because you are not known, other people who would do the same thing, and it would be like you are the one copying them. There was a day somebody called some men and said, the program is fine, pound. But I'm on Citi FM. Why?
What?
No, I'm on
Which program?
We did some series of programs. No, some program is fine, but I'm on Citi FM. Why? Now I'm on Citi.
Oh.
Oh yeah. And there were days, for example, I'm hosting the morning program, and my producers are producing me and listening to Komlado. So, or him and Richard Mensah. So maybe they will call, they will produce a show, they will put somebody on the line. So we have on the phone.
They're not listening to you.
On the phone, he's listening in his earpiece to another show.
They call it monitoring.
They say they are monitoring.
No.
It was good. Yeah. For me, that process is what helps you get a proper sense of reality.
Yeah.
It toughens you. I'm very impervious to praise because I've learned to be robust against criticism. Because if you tell me I'm not good enough and I believe it, then it means if I believe everything you say about me, which is positive, when you start criticizing me, I believe everything you say about me.
Yeah.
So for me, those periods where we're not prominent, it was good to build a tough skin. All right. So when you can't tell me I'm the best, also it's not true. I'm not the best. Yeah. If you tell me nobody's listening to you, also it's not true. People are listening to me. Yeah. I've learned that. We've also learned through iteration. A lot of times, strategies. The thing about Samuel is that he doesn't rest. I think in the dictionary he was training with, the word rest is not in that dictionary. So you do something and do so well. Like when I do a very good interview. I remember there was a day we covered Odododio. There was a by-election. And don't forget that when you come as a new media house, you use elections to announce yourself. So it was a by-election at Odododio involving Ni Mankata. All right. And then there was what was the name of the guy? So the NDC candidate had died. And MPP had gone to poach his son to run. And then NDC too brought in Taki Komi. So Paul was anchoring the program. And then I did some interviews. I mean, we went to Manchiagbona, speak to people, live coverage. Israelite was covering for Joy. Right. And he had more experience than us, than me. We did a live report. Kwame Jan was in the election command center. I was based at one of the people's house. Paul was somewhere. People said, Charlie Citi, your programs are so good. This is, I think, 2006. And Samens was so impressed. The next morning, you have to do something else. Yeah. That's the thing with him. So his idea is that you are best teachable whether you are either down or you are up. Yeah. So when you do very well, the next morning you have to do a different angle. Yeah. Or when the show is doing well, then you introduce something else to challenge it. So the point was that we were young. We didn't complain. And it toughened us on the road, right? So I would say that the station has learned the hard way. There were people who believed in that. I will not say nobody did not believe. For example, there's an agency called Primus. At the time it was called Primus Y&R. Don't forget, in those days, if you're a media house, you need to be relationship with ad agencies. Primus he believed in the vision from beginning, right? But there were not many because they were gatekeepers to advertising revenue, right? But it toughened us. So what I'm saying is that the reason we're able to churn out many innovative programs like this, now people are asking, you are doing Heritage Caravan, you are doing all these things. Because we tried many things which will either not work or will work and then we have to change it. Because some of the things you do will be cannibalized by the main competitor. Some of them will be sabotaged by the industry. Some of them you will not have the capacity to execute. But I thank God that some of the things have remained. So for example, something like Business Olympics. Started it almost 18 years ago. It's still running. Still there. All right. The Heritage Month is come to stay. The corporate seminar series has changed because times have changed. All right. So it's been iterative. If anybody tells you that it was so clear, 3 steps to becoming successful, no. You will fail a lot, but you start again. Right. You'll be humble enough to adjust. Face the reality of the market. Have a right balance between what the listeners want and what the advertisers want. Right. I always say that without the listener, you don't have a business. But without the advertiser, you can also not maintain. So that's how it's been, which is why we're able to churn out all these programs. So it's been a journey of ups and downs, but with more ups than downs.
I'd like to share yours as well.
No, I think Bernard has touched on. I think one of the things that has stuck with me with Citi FM is that because we were young, we were allowed to make mistakes. Okay. But we were not permitted to repeat the mistakes. I think that's one of the things that, because if this is the first time you're going to interview someone, I mean, maybe you ask some infantile questions. When you get back, Samantha and Jackie will say, oh no, you should have asked this question. You could have gotten an exclusive. So the next time you get another person, you are not allowed. And that's how the growth came about. And between Samantha and the management, they had all these people who were listening to us. So I read the news at 6 a.m. I need to watch my phone for about 5 minutes. If nothing happens, I say, yes, good day. Sit in the car, off you go.
You can go now.
But that also will put you on your toes. And one of the things Bernard said that really got to me was, you go to programs and people don't, the people who have, they will invite media houses and they don't invite us. So this was how we're going for programs. We'll go to GNA, look at GNA, look at invitations for the day, and then we'll go uninvited. Then gradually our names started appearing on invitation letters. Gradually we start getting recognized as Citi so or something. And the one thing that really got to me, I think it got to everyone, like when the budget is read, for instance, the Minister of Finance will always go to the main competitor.
Come to your station.
And there was a day that Papa Nick came around and said, oh, today everything is set. You're getting him. We're all excited that we're getting the Minister of Finance.
At that time? Do you remember?
Osafo at that time. Everything was planned. And Papa Nick came. It's like, you're giving you the big shot. You're getting it. We're excited. The morning of the interview, just about an hour or so, they hear that, because of listenership and market, he will go to, and then another person will come. And that day you could see the down
was gone.
In the news. But with that, we're like, whatever happens, the next day we are back. And the competitors felt our presence. When I go for a program, I'm not looking at covering the program. I'm looking at getting something that the competitor will not get. So the competitor will do his report, but I see this person, okay, let me talk to this person. So then I have that news angle to. So those are the things. And I think Citi was a family. I mean, this afternoon I was telling Bernard, I see you guys eating. I have a picture I'll share with you. After the midday news, Samantha and whoever is free, you just walk. There was Ajele, there was Kode, rice. We'll buy, and then we come and put on the table.
Everybody can eat.
You eat. When you finish, you wash your hands. You go back to the newsroom. So that family
communal
spirit,
kept us together. So when people left, it felt like, oh, really? It was very. And when you're losing colleagues to others, also was a low moment. But as Bernard was saying, more highs than lows. Now, when you mention Citi FM, everyone knows about Citi FM. And I think that one of the ways we got to places outside Ghana, when we started, it was 1K. The frequency radios. No one is 1K. 1K, then when we got the coverage and we did the campaign trail, we started going to the constituencies. So people started listening to us. You go, and we're going with these stickers. So when you go around and you see Citi FM, you know that, okay, we've been
refreshing here. Lifestyle.
Yeah, the presence is there, refreshing lifestyle. So those moments were very good moments. Binny Man, don't mention it, everyone was.
So earlier it was a refreshing lifestyle. So at what point did it become the relevant radio? And you said we should pause. When we say relevant radio, you pause more before you say...
Always. And we learned that from this guy. Because when he's reading the news, we should do it for them.
Please, the script.
No, just mention
it. Okay, so you are done with the news. All right, so
that was Citi News at 10 with Richard Scott.
So I know where the spirit of Akwesi Ejeanim is coming from. You know, Akwesi Ejeanim will mention his name, and it will take him, like, if you're not careful, you end it. Because he will say, so that was the news. Thank you very much. This has been Akwesi Ejeanim. Second D.
But that there was a time that we lost our, what's it, a transmitter in what do you call it?
Sometimes when it rains or when there's lightning, it can affect your equipment. And there was a period we were off air for almost 3 weeks. But it was good because it let you know you had created loyal listeners.
Right.
Because people were like, if Citi doesn't come back, don't forget that part of the whole thing was Pastor Wengam and the morning devotion. So there was a fault that affected our equipment. Initially, Samens thought he could get the equipment in Ghana. So he drove to Kumasi all over looking for the part. He wasn't getting it. So we ordered it from the US, and it was going to take us at least 3 weeks. So to be off air for almost 3 weeks, it was very difficult. But you know, if people tell other people about your business, it means you have a brand.
Yeah.
And if they insist that they will listen to you, your brand has equity. And I think, so I always say that in every low there's a high.
Yeah.
Because when we go back on air, oh my God, it's like, you guys are finally back.
That's right.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
So some of those things toughened us and made us understand. I'll give you another example. As Clement spoke about the minister not coming in, usually politicians will choose which media house serves their interest, either because they have wide listenership or because they have good relationship with those who are there. So very, very early in my morning program, I knew that I have 3.5 hours on air. I may not get all the politicians, but I have to have something sensible to say.
Yeah.
So I have to read more. Number two, my team has to be strong. So when we started the breakfast show team format, now politicians call and say, oh, your topic is nice, I want to discuss. Also, today we don't have time for you. Because when I started, when I needed, you say you don't have. So for me, the truth is that whatever you throw at us, we will know we are going to win.
Yeah.
So if you say you won't come on I can run a morning show for a week and not speak to a politician. Why? The issues of Ghana today.
Yeah.
In fact, the politicians are part of the problem anyway. So why should I put them on every day?
And I think that this has made us become known for being the voice of the people. Because when people have their issues, instead of going to talk to whoever, they prefer to come bring it to CBS.
And you see, so that's what I'm saying, that when life throws lemons at you, make a lemonade out of it. So now if you want to host a proper morning show in Ghana, you need to be knowledgeable. You need to also have a sense of perception of what is the real issue. In the past, a lot of radio stations were being lazy. Pick a newspaper, to the front page, this, then they'll follow. Say, no, forget about the front page. When you sit in a trot row, what are people talking about today? When you go to the market, so there are weeks we do programs with no recourse to anything anybody else is doing. Because don't forget, as media, you have 3 roles. Gatekeeper. That means that if there are 10,000 issues, you make sure the first one comes first. You are also a watchdog. You back when somebody is doing the wrong. Then you're also a scorekeeper, which means you track promises. A lot of the media, they relinquish that duty because of convenience. We won't do that. So, for example, we are talking about rice. People must eat Ghana rice. It wasn't in any newspaper. Samens went to Northern Business Fair. He met some farmers. And it's like 2019 all over again. And they said, come to our farm. Nobody's buying our rice. The time we started saying we are pushing rice, it wasn't a news item. But you see, a leader's first job is to define what is the reality. So we will not sit down and say, because the politician has said this or because Graphic has written this, that is the news. No. As a journalist, you must have a sense of reality.
Right.
Yep.
So today, what is the most important? So usually, I tell the production team, if you are sitting in a trotro from Kasua to Accra, will you be playing this voice? Will you want to listen to this crap? Is this what you want to listen to? With all the problems in Ghana? Now, when you start thinking like that, you will always have listeners because they say, they understand what's happening in Ghana. Number two, the platform is not for just politicians because some of them were our mates.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's become an MP doesn't mean he has more sense than you.
No.
Yes, he has a responsibility to answer questions.
Yeah.
But his job is not to discuss everything.
No.
They are scientists, they are lawyers, they are resource people. Don't be lazy.
Yeah.
Build relationships and bring people in.
Absolutely.
So there are academics I will call with short notice. They'll say, I don't talk on radio without notice, but because it's you, I'll talk.
Yeah.
That's the credibility.
Right. So let's look at the staff strength at the time and today.
Oh God.
How we've grown, the population. You know, Sky, I walked into the radio studio, Citi FM, and Sky was sitting with Samuel Akom, you know, taking him through the rudiments of news anchoring and all that. In fact, when I got in, I was excited to see something like that. But when you started, the number of people, you know, as workers, the staff population, compared to today?
No, I mean, the numbers have exploded, also because of the addition that we've had, and then also the addition of proper online news and social media.
Yeah.
That time it was difficult to even send voices to the office. You have to come back with your mini disc and come and do the recording.
Yeah.
If it is 1 hour, you have to do the full 1 hour before you actually even retrieve the voice. And so the numbers were not as big as you find them today, but it was communal.
Yeah.
You had Clemens, who you could call on any day to help if you were in difficulty. There was Zelda Poku, who was there. Richard Mensah, my buddy, was also there. Bernard was not always in the newsroom because he had a small office with Paul Adomotri.
Yeah.
But if you were climbing, what do you call it, the stairs, they were to the right.
Onana's place?
Yeah, no. Is that where Onana is now?
No, we were the current affairs team.
Yes.
Okay. So when you go to the newsroom now, there's an office that is adjacent to the newsroom.
Exactly.
That was the current affairs office.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
so
where
that's
we were.
where it is. So it was intimate, and I'm using the word loosely. You find that there were always people ready to help because they believe in the brand. They believed in the effort to get us there. Look, there were times that they would invite call-ins into programs being discussed on air. And myself, Richard Mensah, and some of the members, especially in the evening, we will go make the call from the newsroom into the new, onto the radio, and then make our contributions, of course, varying our voices.
Today we can't even pick the phone calls.
Yeah, that is what it is. That's the power of radio. That's the power of radio.
Wow. So it's been 21 amazing years of highs and lows. We are still here. GM, what's up for the next 21 years? What's up?
The salaries been 21%.
Yeah, what's up?
So Frema, what I'll say is that even before we talk about it, you see, when you want to
do something before you die. Do something before you die.
Okay, I'll do something. The good news is that all the people here, they don't depend on me for survival. He's a full lawyer. But we celebrate the place, the people, and then the principles. So the people who have gone through, I can't mention all the names, but it's been, of course, Samens is an exceptional human being in terms of his vision for media. His understanding of media is unique. I don't know how he sees it. Now, the kind of things he does with TV, I don't even understand.
Yeah.
So you need strong leadership. So the ownership. So Uncle Nick's patience in basically starting something. You can't say, hi guys, are you winning? Are you winning? That's all. So he didn't interfere. And you see, it's very valuable to have an owner who allows you to manage and run the thing.
Yeah.
So I need to pay tribute to him. He believed in us. Yeah. He calls me Abraham Lincoln. He said I'm slim like him and I'm tall like him.
Yeah.
So he always calls me Abraham Lincoln, and he believed in the brand. So ownership and board that allows management to do their work. Then the vision of Samens in working with various teams.
Yeah.
All right.
I would also warmly celebrate Samens because in my own case, I mean, when I got the invitation to go to the presidency as a correspondent, Samens, I think I went a couple of times, and then Samens came in. And one day I was going, like I was stepping out of the office, and Samens paused and said, "Hey, where are you going?" I said, "Oh, I'm going to the presidency." He said, "Who sent you there?" I said, "Oh, Fred Chidi." He said, "No, you're not going to the presidency again. Go to Parliament." I was angry, like when I was like,
you put sand in my garage.
You're going to see president.
To travel
exactly. It's called up. Little did you know.
But that was a major turning point for me in terms of how it exposed me to diverse views on national matters. And I can only say that sitting here, that has played a huge part in what I am today.
Super. I know that Samens has done tremendously well. We appreciate him so much. But if I should also come to this side to stand with Samens, let me also say congratulations, to you guys.
Yes.
You've done amazing. A lot of people started this journey. They are nowhere to be found. You saw something that you believed in. And I know that is why you are still here.
Thank you.
Some of us also look up to you. We are motivated. Yeah, when we see all those bad press out there, we also are down a bit. But we still have people who come on air, to energize us, to meet us and talk and say that, don't worry about what is happening. We are good. And yes, within weeks, we are back, we bounce back, everything is smooth, and we are moving on. We know that the next 21 years and 42 and 63 will be amazing.
Amen.
Congratulations to you as well, Clement, to our general manager. Bernard, you've done tremendously well. Congratulations. So, gentlemen, raise our glasses. Yes, you
always said that you don't have to do
Zion.
you don't have to do you
In
other words, the Rolling Stone goddess no more.
Absolutely.
Episode. That's why we are still here.
God bless you. And we know that there's so much we need to learn from you.
Good.
Cheers to success and more of such great times to come.
Please bring him back and do
All right. But I think
a proverb show.
We'll do that. I think that this is a petition on behalf of my colleagues, you know. I think you should give us anniversary cloth and an anthem. So think about it. But we are moving. But we are moving somewhere.
For Friday wear.
I mean, when we did the Thanksgiving service, it would have been nice, you know, to come with our anniversary cloth.
To do Toda praise.
So people, all the guys here, now technicians and everybody, now we have cameramen because we also have a TV station where we are currently, you know, so don't forget that we used to be Citi TV, but now ChannelOne. So don't forget about that. Citi FM has a TV station as well. So anniversary cloth and an anthem, because when we have the
choir, right?
We have a choir, so we need our
Benishan was in the choir.
on.
Novi womi gavo.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic day. Thank you very much for watching us. My guests have been Rachel Delaskai, Bernardino Koko Able Aloski, and of course, Clement Akopam. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and cheers to all of us.
Thank you, Frema.